Welcome to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. As you may know, I'm always concerned about the financial impact of everything. In this modern society, especially in the West, when something occurs, of course, I'm always thinking about, okay, what is the economic impact of this? So now we are living in this age where everything has taken a political view about it, and nothing more so than the relationship between men and women. So men are slowly, maybe not slowly, but uh, quite conservatively taking a hard look at the relationship that they have with women insofar as their every daily interaction with women. We're not talking about on a personal level, we're talking about in general. Men are slowly thinking about every single action and interaction that they have with women to the point that the society has a giant schism between it. Now, this is only concerning liberal women. So I'm going to do a video coming up here completely addressing the complete divorce between liberal women versus conservative women. And it's a drastic difference. A lot of things that you hear about in the news only concerns liberal women and everybody involved with liberal leftist thinking. The liberal leftist thinking then is the actual problem. Uh, and that's the only thing that's reported, and it's reported to the point where it's taken as being applying to all women and all men and all women and all men, and how all women and all men interact. No, that's actually not the case. And I will get into that report later on. What's the latest? And I think this is the final shoe to drop. I thought the final shoe to drop was that lawmakers actually will not entertain a female lobbyist in their offices at all. That they will not go on a dinner or lunch meeting with a female lobbyist at all. Finally, I thought, well, okay, Wall Street has spoken, and Wall Street said that they put out a memo that no man should interact with a female at all. And I thought that was the end of it. But of course, no, it has stepped up a notch, and I think this is the final thing. And when we're talking about this, we're talking about in retail stores, men literally are leaving retail stores if they are approached by female clerks. That means if the female clerk comes out and says, "Hi, how are you doing? How can I help you?" that the man will literally now leave the store. When this starts impacting even the ma and pa retail stores or even the corporate retail stores, then the retailers have to step back and take a look at their bottom line. And this is having a financial impact. Our economy, as much as the administration or the news or MSNBC wants to promote it as the economy turning around, we are still in the lower portion of economic growth. Economic growth actually happened in the past. We are still trying to recover from the Obama administration, 8 years of the Obama administration, and everything that he did to pull down the economy, which little by little they have to retract all of the policies and everything that he put in place, along with all of his people and agencies and the agents in the agencies to actually recover the economy to a degree whereby the average Joe on Main Street, not Wall Street, but Main Street, can actually have a living, and millennials can actually get to work, namely millennial men. Millennial men still are not at work. They're still living at home at the age of 30, and while people in the United States think that's horrible and they should be men, no, it's the economy, stupid, right? That's the saying. It's the economy, stupid. It's the economy, stupid. Millennials are staying at home at 30, not because they want to, but because there's no jobs. Because they can't find a job. That they have a degree and they can't find a job that will pay enough for them to do anything on top of pay off their college student loans, right? So we have a terrible economy that we're still trying to recover. Although all of the good news is coming out, this economy is still trying to recover, as much as the administration is doing its best. They're meeting with nothing but consternation, opposition to actually recover the economy, and people are being convinced by the mainstream media that they should oppose anything that the administration does. The administration is trying to recover from a horrible economy, and what's really, really crazy about the entire situation is that the very young people who are victims of a horrible economy, who are still in mom and dad's house, living in the basement or living in their grade school room with Spider-Man still on the walls, are being convinced against their own self-interest that they should also oppose the administration, when in fact the administration is trying to get them out of Ma and Pa's house. Makes no sense. Here's the last shoe to drop, I think, that men are leaving retail stores and not dealing with female clerks. End of story. This is impacting the bottom line of retail stores. When this impacts your bottom line for your retail stores, and you have to close your doors because you have hired women as clerks, and men aren't going to go deal with women clerks because the false allegations are skyrocketing, and you won't hear anything about male victims of anything, then people have to really take a look. When it hits home for Main Street, hey, Main Street is not participating in this quote-unquote economic boom, and in fact it's hitting Main Street that men are walking out of stores and not buying anything when there is a female clerk present. Then Main Street has to get in, it has to finally come up to terms and say, whoa, ho, wait a minute, we were all for you talking about your victimization, but when you are now impacting our bottom line because men can't handle you as a woman, you need to go. Right? I mean, that's the logical conclusion. You need to go. If your presence in my store of me hiring you, me trying to be a good man and hire a woman into my staff, and customers are leaving simply because you're here, then you gotta go. It's as simple as that. Thank you all for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell. This is the worst time of year for YouTubers. This is the worst time of year. Make sure you try and watch the whole video. Thank you all for watching. Is it not logical? All of you, men or women, is it not logical then that when it hits Main Street, and Main Street, who has a very tiny profit margin. And that profit margin means that they can actually hire more people or keep people on staff. Have you seen all of the layoffs lately? It's because they have no money. When it hits Main Street, finally Main Street has to speak up and say, ho, 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 ho. We're all for you for this, but this is getting out of hand. Do you think it's out of hand now? Do you think there's more suffering to come economically? I'm only concerned with the economics of the situation. Thank you all for watching.